so resentment gives you this ability to actually find out what's bothering you, which I thought was kind of an interesting point he made. Was like, no, like that definitely is true.
Yeah.
Why am I resentful? But then, like, the problem is with asking that question is sometimes you find out why you're resentful, and damn, is it petty.
Yeah.
And it's like, crap, I'm actually petty. Which, I don't know, that's, I guess, part of being honest with yourself is you find out that you're,
Yeah.
part of being human is being not as virtuous as you otherwise should be, or however you want to put it. Because I've always struggled with the arrogance thing, because I've always usually been a hair better than most people at whatever strata I was in. I was like, but it's like arrogance gives this perfect shield to keep yourself away from reality, where it's like, all right, let me just not think about that. Oh, it's easier to embrace, and that's that same delusion you're embracing, right? It's like, oh no, I'm great, except you're not. But the funny thing is, comparing yourself to the day you were before is not necessarily the best way to find out the truth in that.
That either.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to do both. You have to be able to do both. But I think I'm trying to think of why he chose to make this chapter the way he said it. And I think what it is that today, he made the point that today we are looking at other people way too much. We worship, our idols are out there. I mean, literally we had when the American Idol started 15 years ago or something like that. We idolize people and we ignore ourselves all the time. We don't ever know how to self-improve. We know how to self-attack and say, I'm awful, they're great. So maybe so both are true, but he picked out the one that is
more useful
for a wider audience of people today.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah. So it doesn't mean he doesn't know the other one. He was just trying to...
and towards the end of the chapter, he did talk a lot about... actually doing a lot of the quoting from the Bible and doing the Nietzsche, talking about the Old Testament, which I found very interesting. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure, like, I saw exactly how it connected to the broader point, other than it made some interesting comparisons and allegories, but I don't know, I probably need to reread that section. You gotta give it more time to sink in, but I definitely need to read Nietzsche's books, because it sounds like there's some interesting philosophy there I've not actually heard, or people attribute a lot of things to him that he apparently didn't say or didn't have the same meaning.
Well, they take parts of what he said, like when Nietzsche said God is dead. Well, there's a whole lot more.
Coincidentally, if you had asked me like a year ago, Nietzsche, it would have been found under files guy who said God is dead. Like that would have been the end of the file.
Yeah.
Some guy at some point that said God is dead. That's the file of Nietzsche.
That's it. 3 words.
Yep. Yeah, that's the entirety. So it's been interesting expanding at least my knowledge of that, and actually from not just this book, but Maps of Meaning, and just some watching YouTube videos with Peterson. Is like, I've expanded my knowledge of Nietzsche a lot, and maybe that guy was right about a lot of things.
Yeah, and people are wrong about what he said, which is the bigger thing.